Hello, everyone, and welcome to Back Off Track. This is Nathaniel Hinley, your co-host, and the real host of the show is...
This is me, Mitchell Rousseau. I guess you want to call it the real host after you just introed the entire show, but that's all right.
It happens.
Yeah.
Basically, amongst your many podcasts that you listen to, I'm sure, here's another one to squeeze into your daily ride to work. This is a little show that we've got going on here on the Arrow podcast. And basically, it's just going to be us, and normally with a guest. We don't have a guest today, but we're just going to be talking about our kind of special interests, our kind of, they're weird topics, I would say.
Yeah, pretty much whatever.
Yeah,
pops in our head.
but we know a lot about them. So hopefully it's going to be kind of funny, kind of informative.
Hopefully.
Yes. If not, we have failed our job.
I don't know about informative, but...
It'll be informative what not to talk about on a
informative
podcast.
Me, at least.
Yeah. So typically each week we're each going to have something to talk about, around 20 to 30 minutes. And we, like I say, normally going to have a guest with us. We don't have one this week. But I figured it would be kind of smart to get used to the main host of it.
Yep.
Him and I will likely be here every week. And did you hear the voice crack?
Oh yeah, I loved it. I was wondering if you're just gonna muscle through it, but
yeah, no, it happens.
Always acknowledge them.
Yeah. So let's just jump into it. I feel like that's a catchphrase from some others.
Let's just jump into it.
That's
Let's get
DeFranco.
right into the news.
Yes, that's right. Philip DeFranco says that. Well, sorry, Philip, if you're listening to this. We didn't mean to plagiarize.
Oh well.
I'm
sure he'll be fine whenever he watches this.
Yeah, exactly. We're punching up here. That's kind of the deal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, time to get into the actual things people want to hear about. First up, my weirdo topic that I know a lot about. I think I've mentioned it to you before, but claw machines.
Right, you did.
Yes.
You mentioned at some point. I don't know what you were talking about, but I specifically remember you and claw machines were a thing.
Yeah. You make it sound like we're dating, the claw machine and I.
Ooh.
No, but basically, I mean, obviously, everyone, when you're a kid, you go into Walmart, and the first thing that catches your eye is the little stickers that they give out with the smiley faces, but they don't anymore. They're frowny faces. No, but in that opening area, they have all sorts of claw machines.
Yeah, they usually have a claw machine.
Yeah, and of course, you beg your mom for $1. And, if you're lucky on a good day, maybe your birthday or so, she'll give you some quarters and you can go and do these overpriced machines.
Oh, yeah. Were you like really good at it?
So, yeah, here's the thing.
Ooh.
I wasn't at first. I just was, like every other kid, like, yeah, I want to do it. And then you hit the button and hope to win the stuffed animal. But eventually, I started watching YouTube videos.
Oh, boy.
On not really how to do it, on just like how the sort of experts do it.
Oh, right.
And
some pointers.
there are guys that make full-on livings from this. And basically, I just, almost in a wannabe fashion, I would watch the videos at home, go to Walmart on purpose just for that, so my mom could go do grocery shopping. I'd have, $15 that I'd just blow in the machine.
Yeah, Mom, you go finish your shopping. I'll stick around here.
Go grab eggs. And then I would go do it. And because there's a lot to it that you don't realize. For one, the older the claw machine is, the more likely it is you're going to win the prize.
Oh.
Basically, the newer machines have what's called a payout rate, as in you can. It's just a statistical, you can change it. It's adjustable, but it'll say out of every 10 tries, only on the 10th try is the claw actually going to grab the toy. And even then, there's no chance that you even positioned it right and then even have the chance to grab it in the first place.
Wow.
Whereas the old machines were just, try your luck. It's like a carny game, get up here.
Right.
And you're trying to pick it up. And that's why it's a lot more common in, any sort of older machine to see that. So if you see one that looks like a family diner or something that looks pretty ancient, that's a really good sign.
Wow, that is really interesting. That makes so much more sense now.
It does.
Because sometimes you would definitely be able to pick stuff up, but other times you would watch it go down, grab it, and then just let go of it, and then go back
up. So
up.
it's not just you. You're not just like, oh, this is a weak claw. No, it's a perfectly capable claw. Wow. They just purposely do that, so it's like, okay, well, if you want this, what would normally be $10 toy, you have to spend the equivalent of $10. It makes total like sense economically.
Mm-hmm.
But then of course everyone's just they see all these flashy toys and their first thought is I can get that. I've won before.
Yeah.
When in actuality they probably won at Moe's Family Diner that has had the same claw machine for 30 years, that sort of thing.
Definitely.
And even then, there's a lot more that goes into it. Like, I'm always baffled when I'm watching people do claw machines in person, and they do not check their angles.
Yeah.
They'll look at it from the kind of the y-axis, and they forget to check the x.
Yeah.
And I remember one time, like when I knew that trick, I learned it from the internet, and we had some like field trip in elementary school, or no, it was middle school, and I went to the side. To check on the thing, and this goober of a kid slammed the button because he thought I was done. He thought my turn was over, so he hit the button for me, and I was like, I had not checked my angles yet. I was furious at him.
That sucks.
Yeah, but over the years, I eventually started actually like winning more and more, and it became less of, am I going to win? And it's like, what am I going to win?
Right, yeah, no, the game Stacker?
Yes.
That's like my equivalent to yours. Like,
right.
I am... Not to boast or anything, but I'm really good at Stacker.
Have you won?
Oh, I've won
really
a lot. Like I've won more times than I've lost. But there was a few times where I think they've changed it to where it's like not rigged, but like the the payout rate type thing.
Right.
Because like me and my uncle were both like drummers, so we're good with like beats and stuff like that. That's part of the reason why I'm good at it. Because it's like it's got the beep 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 when it goes back and forth. And I can just time it really well.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point we went on vacation to like Great Wolf Lodge, and they had a Stacker there. And
how big of one? Because they have like different sizes.
It was
like a mega one.
It was like a mega one.
Wow.
Like I could have won a Nintendo Wii U.
Uh-huh.
I would have 3 different times, and then my uncle tried and he won it, or almost did.
Right.
But we'd get to like the top one. It would always be like one off.
Yeah.
Even though the speed didn't change much and we were always on beat.
Right.
And we did it 3 separate times of always getting all the way up to the top and missing by 1.
Yeah.
And weird. Oh, man. It's just so weird.
Stacker's actually kind of like a controversial game. A lot of like big arcade heads don't like to kind of go to it because it's a light-based game.
Right.
Any game that relies on the electronics is immediately sus, in other words.
Yeah.
Any game like that's physics based, like the claw machine, or even that one that I don't remember what it's called, where like you press it's got a spinning wheel and then a bunch of and then you press the button and it'll push the thing over the side.
Oh,
or
yeah,
even like the coin dozer.
Yeah,
coin dozer
yeah.
is physics based.
Yeah.
As in like for claw machines, there are times where if it is newly refreshed, newly stacked, you can knock stuff. I have seriously knocked stuff over without even pressing the button.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll win 2 or 3 things per thing because you just go to the back and you can do as we call raking, rake them off, and they just tumble down into the thing. And obviously that's a situational thing, but
right.
any of them on top is what you can refer to as gettable. And every time I say gettable, my dad cracks up at that. He says that's not a word, and he's probably right. But
yeah, no, well, I mean it works out, but yeah, no, I do know that some stackers are definitely like not like rigged. They're definitely like real. I think it's more like the smaller ones because I've won a lot on the smaller ones, and every time I get to a big one, it's like I lose at them. Maybe that's it. But either way, I like the first time I noticed it, my first time playing Stacker, even it was at Six Flags in 8th grade, and I wanted to get my girlfriend at the time a selfie stick, and I was like, I'm gonna do this. Like, don't do that. You're wasting your money. And I like as I was talking to him, I was like playing it, like as I was winning, and I got the selfie stick, and I was like, well, here you go. I was like, I don't even want this. Like, okay, well, I don't want it either.
2012.
Oh, it was such a good year.
It just I literally think that the deal with Stacker is they can change the payout rate to be astronomical odds.
Yeah.
As long as it is not impossible, as in there is no possible chance of actually winning the thing, then they can't be sued. Because obviously, if any game were made it to where it's just straight impossible to win, assuming they're not like a Adobe Flash game, RIP, then it's gonna be I don't even know what the word is. Stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's just kind of crazy that Stacker is it seems so possible, especially like seeing the demo and like you said, you've had
I've had experiences with it. So anytime I go to it, I try it because like I've done it before.
Yeah, just like at Chuck E. Cheese, they had this one game called what was it? It was like Hot Rush, I believe, or something like that, where you had to take your finger and drag it through a maze.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But the trick was, the closer you got to the actual center of the maze, the faster the timer ticked down. Oh. And so I've only heard of one person that I know personally that has won it. And even then, she said she spent $20 on it. I think it's a little bit of payout rate going on there.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't even consider like a payout rate thing for... It makes sense. I don't know why. I've just never put it together. But
right.
Yeah, no. I definitely think the newer stackers, or at least the big ones, definitely have like a payout rate.
Right.
Because I've definitely like won like times in a row, like with Stacker, just because I just want to play Stacker because it's fun. But other times, just like I cannot get used to it.
Right. Sometimes in claw machines, they'll put prizes that they know specifically are not shaped correctly.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Are shaped in a way that where it's like or sometimes they make it really easy, like any ball claw, where there's just like a bouncy ball on the inside. Yeah, it's the exact size of the claw that you're guaranteed pretty much to win as long as you line up the center of the ball with the center of the claw. But it's like that's no one really wants like a bouncy ball. Everyone wants like the plush hamburger or whatever.
Yeah, some bouncy ball that probably cost them maybe like 5 cents.
Right. Yeah.
Really.
A lot of these are cheaply made. Sugarloaf is one of the only companies that I really like that does claw machines. Mm-hmm. They do, if you've ever been in, well, not recently, but been inside a Steak and Shake. They do their claw machines, and they do lots of like ones in malls.
Steak and Shake's claw machines are definitely like the better ones because I have one of those.
Yeah, exactly. What was the Sugarloaf is just known for kind of quality plush at like not an unreasonable price, because that's the other thing. It used to be, I feel like, a nickel back in like the early days of claw machines. Now it's upwards of $1 if you're lucky, and obviously that's just got to do with just how money is going up and up in the first place. But it's just they're trying to make back their money because they know that these plush are taking a while to make and or cost a lot to make. And only rarely, my hometown's grocery store that everyone goes to, shout out to Big John's, if anyone's heard of that, they used to have a claw machine that they had extremely cheap plush, but it was $0.25. So it kind of made sense of like, well, yeah, you're paying less for, it's just like going to the store. If you buy cheaper milk, it's going to be worse quality.
Right.
So I get it, but moral of the story is, kids, don't get involved in that industry.
Don't go down this path, kids.
It leads to gambling.
Yeah. That makes sense. I definitely, because my one time my sister, I think it was the same trip as the Great Wolf Lodge.
Oh yeah.
Like it was one of, I forgot what it was. It was the one with the big hammer, but it was like the one genre where it's like skill, where it's like you couldn't hit it too hard, you couldn't hit it too low.
Right.
She got the jackpot like twice in a row.
Nice.
And she was like 5 at the time. And everybody was like, how?
Yeah.
And me over here just playing this stupid stacker game with my uncle, and we're both
fine, I'll win the
getting angry
too.
at it because we're trying to win this stupid Wii U, but
that's
fine.
In 2012 they put a full Wii U in?
Yeah, they put a Wii U. I wanted the Wii U over the little Xbox they had.
Wii U was probably very new then.
Oh yeah, it was very new. I was surprised they had it.
Wow, yeah, that's
Yeah, there has been times where I have won at something and I didn't get the prize because it just malfunctioned.
Wow.
I think no, that's what happened with the selfie stick. I won it once.
Oh.
And it didn't work. I said, all right, well, I'll try again. I won it a second time, and then I got it.
You know what's even worse than like winning like at a skill like game and not getting your prize is when you go to just a vending machine and you don't even get your stuff.
Yeah, and it's like if you shake it, like sometimes they'll send off like an alarm. And it's like I just want my peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, exactly. I went to like a Dippin' Dots machine recently, and I was like, okay, I want birthday cake. And it literally tried so hard to pick up, but it just kept picking it up and dropping it. And it tried again until I had to go get someone to get a refund. Like I was like, I want birthday cake from somewhere.
Yeah,
please.
Yeah, there was a vending machine at one of my because I worked at a park center in my hometown, in the vending machine. I went on my break and I got some Skittles. Gave me 2 packs of Skittles. How cool is that? And I feel bad to the guy who wanted a Skittle next time because they definitely weren't going to get one.
Right.
But it just somehow just slipped out and I got the one behind it. So
yeah, that's like that's a sign you're gonna have a good day.
Oh
much.
No, it was a terrible day that day.
Oh well.
Oh, it was bad. But I mean, I was in a good mood because I had 2 Skittles.
Yeah, that's the spirit, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Well, anyways, what was your kind of topic that you were gonna talk about?
Mine was more like I was gonna talk about TV shows because I just watched WandaVision today. Today is the day it is first aired, or they just came out with it on Disney Plus. Way better than I thought it was gonna be.
I'm not familiar with any of it.
It's so good because I already liked Scarlet Witch and Vision as characters.
Oh, you said WandaVision. I thought you said WandaVision, and I was like, that sounds like a math show. I don't.
No, WandaVision.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, it's so interesting. It's so interesting storytelling because it's like they do it like black and white, like a like a 60s or 50s TV show.
Right.
Got like the laugh tracks. Got the cheesy.
Is the whole
effects.
episode like that?
The whole episode is like that.
Oh, that's sick.
And the thing is, they only use color for like very, very important things.
Huh.
And it's like, and anytime there was color, you'd be like kind of confused of like, oh, that's color. And then just go back to the normal show.
Right.
And then the second episode, they kind of more emphasized on color. Because everything's black and white. And then I think the quality went back up. Mm-hmm. So it was more HD. Right. So it just looked like they put a black and white filter, and then they had a color for toy, and I don't know, because the whole gimmick, obviously, from all like the trailers, it's like, oh, they're like in a simulation or something.
Right. Yeah. I've heard one theory that it's like all in Scarlet Witch's head. That's
yeah. But it was way better than I expected it to be because I was just bored and I was like, I'll watch it. Sure.
Right. Well, my thing is that's probably one of the only reasons that I have to get Disney Plus. I am not a Disney dude.
Yeah.
But like I love the Marvel movies. Mm-hmm. And I keep pretty up to date. I keep a lot of tabs on what all's going on. And so whenever I heard that there's gonna be a bunch of shows based on that, I'm like, I was skeptical to say the least because the notorious CW DC shows.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. You're probably a fan of them. As soon as I said that, I could tell you've watched something, haven't you?
Don't worry about it.
I just know that I'm a big, just comic book superhero head in the first place. And I kind of think that the CW shows are kind of disgraceful in a way.
Yeah.
They need the budget, and they really don't have it. That's a shame.
Yeah.
And so whenever I heard Marvel was doing the same thing, I was kind of scared. But I've seen the trailers of all these shows, and there's not a single one that I would say that I am not at least interested in seeing.
Yeah. Loki seems pretty interesting. I didn't watch the trailer fully, but the bits and pieces I've seen of it looked really interesting.
Huh.
And I like Loki as a character, so I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah.
And Tom Hiddleston's such a good actor, so I'm sure he'll be able to hold his own.
Right.
But
what's the order that they release in?
I don't
it's
know.
Like WandaVision?
I know WandaVision's first.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what comes out next, but I know that Loki is going to be like an actual like show.
Right.
I think the rest is like I know they're coming out with Morbius soon. I'm really excited for Venom 2.
Right.
As we discussed.
Yes.
But
this was off air, folks.
Yeah,
this wasn't.
I forget that's off air.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Venom 2. If you can't tell. But I know that they're going to make Guardians of Galaxy 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're going to make a movie with Falcon and Winter Soldier.
No, that's a TV series again.
Oh, that's a TV series.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's also going to be on
That's nice.
There. The one I'm most excited about is What If.
Yeah, What If seems really cool.
That seems like a really fun, especially the fact that it's animated.
Yeah.
I'm such a sucker for, both, mediums, but especially trying to establish that this isn't canon, but it's like literally the title suggests, what if this was real?
Yeah, I wish more things did that.
Yeah,
like do not canon things just so we can get it out of our heads, like how Smash Brothers is. Like people keep thinking like, oh, this is canon to all the game. Like no, I really doubt that Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII is beating up Mario.
Yeah.
So it's just I wish more people did stuff like that because it's such an interesting concept.
It really is.
But
I'm actually kind of glad. A lot of people poop on the Marvel movies because it's just kid stuff. It's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I really do think that they're taking it in directions that we've never seen on TV or movies.
I mean, they've been doing a lot of stuff. Like even people with what was it, Infinity War? I keep getting Infinity War and Endgame mixed up, but I mean that really everybody was like freaking out about it being like the biggest crossover. But I mean, it kind of was.
It really
it was impressive. Because I was thinking Infinity War and Endgame, like how are they gonna fit everybody on screen?
Right,
it's gonna seem like such a
it's an impossible task.
Yeah, there's just going to be too much going on, but they pulled it off.
I mean, like, just today we're trying to schedule 3 people to come and, shoot this podcast. And it's like, oh, gosh, we're going to need a gauntlet or something.
Yes, things
to
are
make
hard.
That happen.
Things are hard.
Yeah, it's tricky. And yet they got all these, like, A-listers to come in for
I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking about, like, the actual story of, like, how to make it look good. But that's not even thinking about how they got all the actors on board.
Right, yeah.
A
fun fact, do you know what the first ever cinematic universe was in movies?
What was it?
It was the Rankin Bass, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movies. Literally, it's true. All of the Rudolph stop-motion Christmas specials are intertwined with each other.
Oh, wow. I love that.
The creators said so themselves, and you can tell, in Rudolph, I forget his name. He's the guy with the red beard, and he's like the hiker. Not hiker, the
Cornelius?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's the elf.
No, Cornelius is the miner.
Right, yeah, the miner. It's established in a later movie that he is Santa Claus's son.
Oh.
And the only reason that they don't make that more clear in Rudolph is because it was a deleted scene. And where he's looking around, they animated it and everything, they had him voice and everything, where he's looking around for his dad. Jeez. And then he sees Santa go by and he's like, that might be him, or something like that. But then they established later on that, it makes sense. Santa had red hair when he was young.
Jesus.
But it's like that even, in the roots of cinema, that has been something that has been planted in our heads. You can make movies where characters interact and live in the same universe. And I think that's so cool. Both Infinity War and Rankin Bass.
Yeah, I'm still grabbing my head around that Cornelius is Santa Claus's son. That's just a bombshell.
Sorry to ruin your whole
spoilers,
day here.
Geez.
Yeah.
It's fine. Definitely something I'll bring up next Christmas.
Yeah. Impress all your friends and family.
Impress, quote unquote.
In reality, they'll just be like, what are you talking about again?
Oh, yeah, you're the drummer film student. How's the drums doing?
Yeah.
Here, look at me. I'm you. I'm going to drum on my feet.
This is my impression of my uncle every Christmas. Oh, you're eating a lot more this year because I got 2 dinner rolls instead of 1.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole...
I get the same thing. Or I'll get a couple, just because I'm not a picky eater, but it's just I don't like a lot of the stuff that they bring, like casserole and salad.
My mom gets mad at me because I only eat the food she brought. I'm I'm sorry that I like your cooking. My own mom's cooking better than these other bozos.
Yeah, I'm just I'll take a chicken leg and some mashed potatoes. Is that all you're gonna eat? That's the only thing I like here, buddy.
It's not even I don't feel like eating anything else. They're all gonna feel really sorry when I throw up or something.
Yeah,
and I'll be like, well, now what?
Yeah, they just, or the infamous line, you need to put some meat on your bones.
Oh my gosh! First day of junior high, I walked into the locker room and someone looked at me, and this kid, he looked me up and down, and he goes, "All right, what's your name?" I said, "Nathaniel," and he goes, "All right, Nathaniel, I'm gonna introduce you to something. It's called a cheeseburger." And I just not as I didn't get that was a joke or a jab or anything. My first response was, "Oh, I don't like cheese," and he's like, "Woo, you all right?" And so he didn't pick on me ever again because he's he literally doesn't understand the jokes that we're throwing at him. Good times.
Oh well.
We've brought up 2012 so much.
Yeah.
This one episode.
Hey man, this is throwback.
Yeah. Well, except for any listeners that are born, after 2012.
Yeah.
Anyone that is, less than 10.
Yeah. Shout out to anyone born after 2012.
Yeah.
Whoever you are.
Yeah, whoever you are, make sure to let everyone know.
Yeah, like and subscribe, comment.
Yeah. I think that's gonna about do it for us.
Yeah.
For this episode.
Gonna wrap it up.
Any additional comments you'd like to add? Anything? Any corrections mayhaps of something that
fix it in post.
Yeah, exactly. That's something that, like, on the drive home, I'll think of, like, oh, I meant this, or I, like, pronounced it wrong or something.
Oh, yeah.
So, apologies in advance. I'm still thinking about my voice crack. So,
no, I get it.
Yeah, I can't help it. I'm a growing boy, folks. Fun fact.
All right.
I was born prior to 2012.
Yeah,
so.
me too. So I'm also a growing boy.
Whoa, really?
Yes.
That's kind of sick.
I know, it's pretty cool.
All right, well, thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes.
And we will see you next episode. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.